Hey everyone, welcome back to Street Outlaws Secrets, your go-to channel for all the juicy details behind the high-octane world of street racing. If you're loving the drama, the cars, and the untold stories, don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss an episode. Today, we're diving deep into one of the biggest mysteries in the Street Outlaws universe. What happened to Big Chief and Shawn, aka Murder Nova, the dynamic duo who ruled the streets of Oklahoma City? Buckle up because this story is packed with twists, turns, and a whole lot of horsepower. For those of you who have been following Street Outlaws since it roared onto the Discovery Channel back in 2013, you know Big Chief, whose real name is Justin Shearer, and Shawn Ellington, better known as Murder Nova, were the heart and soul of the 405 crew. These two weren't just racers. They were brothers-in-arms, building some of the fastest street cars in the game and running Midwest street cars together like a well-oiled machine. From Big Chief's iconic 1972 Pontiac Le Mans, the Crow, to Shawn's fire-breathing Murder Nova, these guys were unstoppable. They even had their own podcast, The Chief and Shawn Show, where they'd talk cars, racing, and life. Fans couldn't get enough of their chemistry. It was like watching Batman and Robin tearing up the streets. But then, something shifted, and the racing world hasn't been the same since. So, let's break it down. What really went down with Big Chief and Shawn? First up, let's talk about Big Chief's exit from Street Outlaws, because that's where the drama starts. If you've been watching, you probably noticed Big Chief started missing episodes, especially in the later seasons of Street Outlaws. No Prep Kings and America's List. Fans were freaking out. Where was the guy who'd been the face of the show since day one? Was he fired? Did he quit? Was it personal drama? The rumors were flying faster than a nitrous-boosted drag car. Some said he was dealing with family issues, others whispered about rehab, and a few even thought the show let him go. Well, Big Chief himself cleared the air in a YouTube video on his channel, Midwest Street Cars, back in March 2022, and let me tell you, it wasn't what most people expected. Big Chief explained that his departure wasn't about personal problems or getting kicked off the show. It was all about a clash with the production team. He wanted Street Outlaws to stay true to its roots, gritty, authentic street racing with no BS. But according to him, the show was heading in a direction he didn't vibe with. The production was leaning into more scripted drama, enforcing rules he didn't agree with, and moving away from the raw, street-as-possible vibe that made the show a hit in the first place. Big Chief said he couldn't stand behind decisions he didn't believe in, especially as the Racemaster. He wasn't about to play a role that felt fake. So, he made the tough call to walk away, leaving fans stunned and the show without one of its biggest stars. But don't worry, he's not gone from racing. He's still out there tearing up the Oklahoma 405 circuit with the Crow, now a 1970 Pontiac GTO, and posting fire content on his YouTube channel, which has over 300,000 subscribers. If you haven't checked it out, go give it a look. And while you're at it, subscribe to Street Outlaws Secrets for more behind-the-scenes scoop. Now, let's get to the real question. What happened between Big Chief and Shawn? These two were tighter than a torque wrench, building cars together, racing together, and even starting Midwest street cars as a business. They were the ultimate power duo, but around 2020, fans started noticing cracks in the armor. They stopped posting pictures together on social media. Shawn was showing up to pro mod races solo, while Big Chief was hitting no Prep Kings events on his own. Shawn's posts started featuring a new watermark, 187 Customs, instead of Midwest street cars. And then, the bombshell, they announced they were splitting up their business partnership. Fans were heartbroken, wondering if their friendship had crashed and burned like a bad burnout. Did they have a falling out? Was there some big fight we didn't know about? The speculation was wild, but thankfully, both Big Chief and Shawn set the record straight. In a 2020 interview on YouTube with Sim ABCXYZ, Big Chief opened up about the split. He said it wasn't about bad blood, it was about growing in different directions. See, Big Chief and Shawn might both love cars, but their passions pull them different ways. Big Chief is all about drag racing, it's in his blood, and he's been chasing that #1 spot on the streets since he was a kid. For him, old cars are a means to an end, building the fastest machine possible. Shawn, on the other hand, is a gearhead who loves the art of restoring old cars. Racing is part of it, but his heart's in the craft of bringing classics back to life. Over time, their goals diverged. Shawn wanted to slow down, spend more time with his family, and focus on his restoration projects, while Big Chief was still full throttle on racing and building his brand. So they made the tough but mutual decision to part ways professionally. Big Chief emphasized that there's no beef between them. They're still friends, just not business partners anymore. Shawn teamed up with another racer, Phantom, to start 187 Customs, focusing on his love for DIY car restoration. Meanwhile, Big Chief kept Midwest street cars running, pouring his energy into racing and content creation. It's like they both realized they could chase their dreams better on separate paths, but the respect and love are still there. Big Chief even said, "We absolutely still love each other," and that's the kind of honesty that keeps fans rooting for them both. So where are they now? Big Chief is still a force in the street racing world, running the Crow in small tire races in Oklahoma, where he's currently ranked 5th on the list. He's also got his girlfriend, Jackie Brash, by his side, who's a badass racer herself and a member of Car Chicks. Together, they're creating killer content on YouTube and Patreon, showing off their builds and racing adventures. Shawn, meanwhile, is still racing as Murder Nova, keeping his legacy alive with his iconic car and building new projects at 187 Customs. Both are thriving, just in their own lanes. But let's address the elephant in the room. Will Big Chief ever return to Street Outlaws? Fans are holding out hope, but based on what he said, it seems unlikely unless the show goes back to its street roots. In a December video, he mentioned he's enjoying every single minute of his life away from the show, focusing on his family, his kids, Corbin and Koval, and his passion for racing without the TV drama. As for Shawn, he's still part of the Street Outlaws universe, but he's carving out his own space, balancing racing with his shop and family life. So there you have it, folks, the real story behind Big Chief and Shawn's journey. No epic fallout, no bitter feud, just two legends chasing their own dreams while staying true to their roots. The streets of Oklahoma City will always carry their legacy, and we're excited to see what they do next. If you loved this deep dive, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Street Outlaws Secrets, and drop a comment below. Do you think Big Chief will ever come back to the show, or is he better off doing his own thing? Let's get that conversation rolling. Until next time, keep the rubber burning and the engines roaring. This is Street Outlaws Secrets signing off.